All right, today is Sunday, February 15th. Today the plan is to remove the door panel, inside door panels out of the car. So get rid of that one and this one on both sides. And then we're going to tackle trying to get the headliner out as well. This morning, the wife and I ran over to Harbor Freight. We picked up these panel clip pliers and these tools to remove the door handles and window cranks. Hopefully they work. Anyway, we're going to round up the rest of the tools that we need and we'll get to work. So I've never used these kind of tools before. At least I don't remember. I think maybe when I was a teenager, I did some work in my car and I had to replace like a window crank, but that's been so long ago that I'm not really certain how I did that. So now I got to figure out how this exactly works and which tool goes to the window crank and which one goes to the door. I'm just gonna fidget around here and see if it catches something. It didn't catch nothing there. So I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do. I'm assuming there's some kind of clip that has to pop loose. I'm guessing. Maybe there's a YouTube video. I don't know. Chris is trying to look up a YouTube video on how these tools work while I just fidget around trying to figure it out on my own, because that's what I do. Because I'm just a bull in a china shop. Yeah, this is clearly, I don't know what I'm doing, so we're going to pause. I'm going to watch a video and see if I can figure it out. So we discovered that I got to buy a separate tool for this. The one that I got from Harbor Freight doesn't work on these older windows. These are 1952, so I guess 52 and older need a different type of like pliers to get those out of there. So that is what I am going to be getting from Amazon. So the next phase of the project is to take off all of these trim panels, take out the visors, and we're going to get this headliner out of the car so that we can redo that. So that's what we're going to do now. Starting to understand why upholsterers make a lot of fucking money for doing what they do. It's like a tack strip along there. A teeny tiny tacks.
Oh my gosh.
Where's the next one? This is an actual staple. So I should be able to get the staples with the needle nose, just not the tacks. There's another one. It's gonna be very tedious to remove every one of these things slowly and delicately, like a archaeological dig. So this part's coming out a little easier here, but all right, I'm getting the windlace out. It's kind of attached. Oh, it's just a string holding it there. Seems like the windlace is just shoved up behind that and it's attached. Oh, it's actually sewn to it. Oh my God. None of the videos that I looked at had anything showing any of this shit. So this is all a surprise to me. I got tacks back there. We'll just move the windlace back out of the way for now. Get back to this thing. Try to delicately pull it out of there. Which, it doesn't want to come out easily, that's for damn sure. This part's coming out a little easier here. And then it isn't because I said something. Yeah, this whole strip is not in any of the stuff that I looked at. But I couldn't find a video on my specific car, so they all had a tack strip here. That was just tacked to. There we go. It's coming out now. Antique archaeology. I like how they name their show. It's pretty much what we're doing. So we're just gonna start popping these things out and see if I can get them out of here, because I don't know nothing else to do. Like I said, trying to find videos on how to remove it wasn't good. Everybody shows you how to put them in. Okay, that's not coming out easily at all. What am I supposed to do? I don't even know the shape of the other end of this thing, if it's got a hook down or up. Oh, got it. Just gotta pull it, I guess. Yep, I just pretty much pull the out of there, so. Little clips here, can you see that?
Yeah.
So, I gotta figure out, I might need a screwdriver. Hand me that.
What kind?
Grab me a screwdriver. Just a flathead. I'm gonna have to use it to pry those out or something. It's hard to see in here. Ow. Oh, that whole thing came off. Let's screw that in tighter. Oh, headliner is out. What a freaking nightmare mess. How's it going? Today, our plan is to take apart the headliner a little bit. We got to get the bows out of it and then clean off the ceiling in the 52, get it ready for insulation. So we got to cut all these out, all of these bows. But I got to take them out easily so I can keep the measurement for this, because we're going to be making a custom headliner. We're going to be sewing that up tomorrow. And then in the car, this old insulation is just falling out. So I'm gonna scrape that all out, get it cleaned up, and then get those door panels off. Hopefully the tool I purchased off of Amazon works to get those door handles off and window cranks. But before we get started on that, Krista and I are gonna take a little road trip to pick up something that I've been looking for a while. So we got about a 2.5 hour drive, I think it is, from here to Peoria, Illinois. So we'll share that little journey with you and show you what we're picking up. So I ended up picking up a 2010 United trailer. It's a little bit older, but the features that came with this thing are pretty awesome. And I think I got it for a pretty decent price. It's 7 by 16 foot. It has hookups up here for power. If I go to a campground, I can hook in. It's got 110 outlets. It's got a hookup for LP gas. There's a vent for gas heater that hooks to that LP. That's the heater right there. You can hook up. Oh, I'm gonna have to remember that door is short. I just cracked my head coming through that thing. Anyway, here's the front of the trailer. So it's a V-nose, and they tucked all these cabinets right up into there. Oh, I forgot to lock this when we took off. Get that locked. It's got a battery down inside of here. I think this is the fuse panel here, right here. There's microwave, TV, fridge, a little bit of cabinetry, and then they have a bed that flips down. And this was previously used as a ice fishing shanty. So, I'll fix the thing out of there. So it's got a hole going out, so we could potentially hook a toilet up to this thing if we wanted to, like a bucket toilet. That's where the heater mounts. I just got to take this off of here and hook that furnace up to it, gas furnace. And then on the ceiling, it has air conditioning and heat. I'll probably make this bed a little wider, move these brackets out further so that we can actually sleep both of us on that thing, because that's just a single bed right now. But the goal is to take this to motorcycle rallies, so I'll be able to ride my Road King right up into the trailer, and then we don't have to rent separate space. We can just live out of this trailer while we're at a motorcycle rally. So Krista's ridden on the back of my Softail a couple of times. We've gone to Sturgis, and the last time we went out, she said she didn't want to go back to Sturgis again unless we had a trailer. And I said, I guess you don't want to go back to Sturgis again. But being that we're in our 50s, she just doesn't want to do that anymore. So I agreed to get a trailer that we can haul bikes, and to find one that had a camper set up inside too is just amazing. So pretty excited about it. Can't wait to get the bike mount set up in there and adjust that bed to make it work for the both of us, and do some traveling with it this year and next year and years to come. Should be a good time. So I got to get these bows out of this headliner, and they're rusted in there, so I can't just pull them out. And I need to keep the pattern of this so we can make the new one. So I'm going to try to use a knife and just cut along the edge. Hopefully get a nice clean cut on each one of these to get them out of there. So that's what we're going to attempt to do now. put a number on all of them so I know what's what. Alright, that was the last one of those. Just going to shake the dust off this a little bit. I got to try to be delicate with this thing too, because I don't want it to fall apart. Oh, insulation in my face. Okay, I'm gonna set this over here out of the way.
Okay.
It's a dust bowl. Anyway, there's that ratty old dirty thing. I saw some people were sanding these down and painting them. If I do that, I'll have to figure out how to mark these if I gotta sand them off, because I'll have to remove the tape. I think it just makes it easier for these to slide into the new pieces when you have the new one. All right, next phase is getting the door panels removed from the car. So the tool that I bought previously didn't work, so I ordered this one off of Amazon. It's supposed to work for this 52 Chevy. I guess this the clip you have to grab it differently. This is supposed to remove windshields, but apparently people use it for these door handles too, so. All right, so we're gonna see if this actually works. I really hope it does, because if it doesn't, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do to get these off of here. There's supposed to be a clip you can grab. Well, so far, no luck here. The shitty thing is, this is so tight against the door panel, I can't see anything in there of what's in there. I don't know what the clip looks like. I can't see the damn thing. I don't know what I'm grabbing. Something just fell out, whatever the hell that was. Oh, the clip must have fell on the floor then. I did see something fall. It didn't look big enough to be a clip, but it must have been. That is so weird. What a weird way to put something together. Okay, now I gotta chase a clip. I don't know what the hell I'd do without the internet and being able to YouTube stuff and look on Google. I guess I'd have to have a friend that knew all this crap, because I guess that's how people did it back in the old days. They either figured it out or asked their friends to help them. Whoa, that one just went flying. Man, the right tool makes all the difference. Now, where the hell did that clip go? These things just take off. That one's still in there. All right. Well, I guess we'll just keep going with the handles, and then we'll get the panels off after the fact. So you have to get the tool, this is in there, and you have to slide the tool in between the two pieces in order to get that clip. So you want to be in it like that, in between, to pull the clip out. The clip sets inside there. So essentially you're trying to get into this right position and squeeze it when it's in there to pop it out. Got it. Be aggressive. Okay, next up, we got to take off these trim pieces here, which we got to remove the old school locks. They don't have these on cars today. Old latch knob. And some people will replace these and put like some fancy cool looking thing on here. I kind of like that it still has the originals. They're pretty old school and classic. So I won't be changing those out unless they break. I don't know why I said that. I shouldn't jinx it. Man, that's got a long way to go. Oh, maybe it's just, oh, it just slides up. No clip. There's a little lip here, and there's a little lip on here. So that's how it went on there. Yeah, there's all these little nail heads popped off. I don't know exactly what those are. I don't think any one of them stayed in the material. Oh, here's a couple. Yeah, they look like nails. Once I disassemble this, hopefully I can figure out what those are to replace them, to get them back into the panel like that. Because that is pretty crucial to keep the door panel on. I love that this car has ashtrays, even though we won't ever use them. I just think it's a neat, old school, nostalgic thing. All right, 3 down, 1 to go.
Hey, look. Nice mouse nest.
Oh, yep. Well, we'll get rid of all that stuff, vacuum everything, clean out all this old insulation. We'll get the ceiling cleaned out. But that'll be for another day. We had a long day today going down to get that trailer and bringing it home. So I know the wife's tired and hungry, so we're gonna get out of here. Today, we're gonna get back in here and get this ceiling scraped down and take out the rest of the insulation that's in here on the door panels and everything. Get all this stuff cleaned out. And then once we get that out of there, I need to try to find the wiring under the dash. When it was wired from 6 volt to 12 volt, he said he was going to leave wire under there that I could run up to this light when I was ready to change it, because he didn't want to tear out my headliner to do that. So we're going to try to figure out how to fish that wire up there and get that working. Scrape this old shit out of here. Maybe. Try to get into it. Oh, it goes up underneath of that. Huh. I don't think I can leave that. I think the new shit won't stick to it. So that's going to be interesting to get rid of that. It's like tar paper. Well, this shit's going to be a little more challenging than I thought. I want to get that to bare metal so that it actually, the new insulation will stick, because it ain't going to stick to this stuff. I'm going to have to do a lot of scraping Might have to get some kind of chemical cleaner. I'm glad we came down tonight to do this.
I don't want to do it. Yeah, that's not fun.
Nope. Oh my God.
Okay.
So it seems like the best way to get that top layer off was using the heat gun and then scraping it after it got warmed up. But now we got that top layer off and we're using the razor scraper to get the lower layer. Because you can't just use one to get everything, so it's kind of a couple layers to the process, which is kind of a pain in the ass. We've been at this for at least an hour now. So hopefully we'll be done in another hour. So I've been going to town with this wire wheel on my hammer drill, and I got this back section all ground down. I'll probably take some mineral spirits or denatured alcohol to that tomorrow and get that cleaned up so that the new stuff will stick. But in the meantime, I still have to do this whole front section, so I'm gonna get going on that. I'm not stopping tonight till that's done. All right, that's that. Get this mask off and see the dirt lines. Yeah, I'm glad I had the mask on, or I'd have been breathing all that in. I wish I could have worn goggles or safety glasses because I kept getting shit in my eyes, but I couldn't see wearing a mask. It just kept making my lenses fog up really bad. Oh, look at that crap on top of my hat too. All that shit. Anyway, that pile of tar paper and insulation is what came out of that ceiling of the car. What a nasty bunch of crap that stuff is. All right, now we're going to spray some air around in this thing. Well, I'm done getting filthy for today, so I'm gonna go get cleaned up, get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. All right, we're gonna be using this Clean Strip odorless mineral spirits, an old shop rag that I got laying around. We're gonna try to clean this ceiling out a bit and get it all ready to go. Just gonna get this thing good and sloshed up. Whew, good thing I got a glove on. That shit went everywhere. All right, odorless my ass. There's still an odor to this stuff, but anyway, get up in here, start wiping her down, because we want that new insulation and sound deadener to stick in here really well. So we're gonna try to clean her up good. Get all this dust and debris out of here. Yeah, that's gnarly dirty. I don't know if I'm gonna be smearing more back on. Maybe I should just use paper towels. I feel like I might just be smearing it around with this thing. I don't know. Oh boy, that's filthy. Maybe I should have dusted it off first and then used the mineral spirits. We'll do that. We'll just use this rag to wipe it all down. Then I'll come back with some paper towels. Boy, this is filthy as hell, man. I'm gonna have to do this a few times. It's really gnarly. The rags aren't really taking it off. I don't know if you can see it in here, but there's like little spots that are still the grimy tar that we actually got to get some abrasion on there to get rid of them. I thought I was going to be done with all this scrubbing last night, you know, grinding and everything, but there's some stuff left, so we got to get at it. It is what it is. You're done when you're done, right? All right, we're on to the 50,000th phase of this process. So I got some denatured alcohol here. Does this stuff go bad? I don't know. I don't remember when I bought it. It's been in the garage for a lot of years. Anyway, we're gonna throw this on some paper towels and try to wipe out that old, wipe out the old mineral spirits here. Oh yeah, that's liquidy. Here we go. I don't know what you got going on today, but it seems like a great day to chase your dreams. We're gonna get back to living ours. See you next time.
AJ?
AJ did that.
What's it say?
It says Love Mobile. She wrote a penis. I'm not gonna keep that in the video, but
You should, because it's absolutely hilarious.